Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please be seated, everyone. Good evening. This is the 8 p.m. calendar for the 25th day of the month. Excuse me. On the first day of May, orders were read onto the record that affect all of you regarding DNA and fingerprinting. In just a moment, I'm going to call you up one at a time to the podium. When you get to the podium, I need your name. I'll tell you the charges you're here on. I'll appoint most of you an attorney. I'll set your next hearing date, give you the location. I'll set your general release conditions. All of you will have general release conditions. They are as follows. Do not make contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive motor vehicle without a valid license. Make sure you keep us informed as to where you're living. If you're on probation, you'll be ordered to contact your probation officer. If the charges you're being seen on here today indicate that there may be a victim, I'll order you to stay away from that victim and also stay away from the scene of the alleged crime. At the end of the hearing, one of the officers will hand it to you in writing. When you have a moment, please read it again. Thank you, folks.
Sorry, do you want to just wiggle the camera a little bit because it's blurry on my end?
Better?
Oh, no. Take it out.
Better? Well, always fun. Austin, you're first. Austin, come on up, Austin. After Austin is Dominic. Dominic, there's a chair right next to the door. If you'll hop in that, we can speed things up just a little. This will be a short calendar. Tell me your name, sir.
Austin Rackley.
Mr. Ratley, this is a probation violation matter out of the Santan Justice Court. It's a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint an attorney on a misdemeanor case. The Santan judge wants an unusual amount, $6,538.68. In my experience, what that telling me is you failed to pay some fines and fees, and that's what the judge wants. When you see the judge, if you can't pay him now, get time payments, and whatever you do, if you have trouble making the payments, stay in touch with the Justice Court, and we'll never have to do this again.
Understood.
Good luck, sir.
Am I being released tonight?
No, that $6,538.68 is what he wants as a cash bond.
Like that entire amount? I
Yes,
can't do like the 10% thing, or?
Well, 10% is a secured appearance bond.
Right.
He wants cash for fines and fees that you should have paid some time ago, it looks like.
And
how much can you pay right now?
I mean, I maybe could have gotten the $650 to get to be released, but I don't have the $6,500 for sure, and I have a job interview tomorrow morning.
I hope you get the job.
I don't know how I could if I'm not going to make the appointment.
Can you come up with $500 cash tonight?
Yeah. I don't know how I'll pay rent, but that's a problem I can deal with.
Well, sir, it's either
I understand.
Stay with me or get out on $500.
I will take that option, obviously. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
It's a wise. I redid it.
Okay.
Sorry, officer. Sorry, miss. They'll hand you the paperwork. She's got to reprint it, give it to the officer. Just go back and have a seat. He'll give it to you in just a couple seconds.
Understood. Thank you.
Good luck. Dominic, come on up, Dominic. And Sloan is after Dominic. Tell me your full name, sir.
I'm Dominic DiMarzio.
Sir, this first matter is narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, aggravated domestic violence, a class 5 felony, drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony, disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is the 2nd day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond on that case is $5,000 secured appearance. Come up with 10%, $500, and an agreement with a bonding agent. You can be out in 6 hours. The next one is dangerous drugs, class 4 felony, unlawful means of transportation, class 4 felony. Same attorney, same hearing date the 2nd. The bond is $50. I wish you the best of luck, sir.
So, sir, if I pay $550, I get out tonight?
If you have an agreement with the bonding agent, we have telephones in the cells and telephones in the waiting area out there. Just ask the officers before you use them.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck. Sloan, come on up, Sloan. And LaToya is after Sloan. Good evening, sir. Tell me your full name.
Sloan Justice Pizzari, sir.
Thank you. What branch of the military, sir?
Army Ranger, 75th, 2nd Bat, sir.
Thank you. This old Marine Corps thanks you for your services. Dangerous drugs and class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. Carrying a weapon and commission of a felony, class 6 felony. Theft, a class 6 felony. Prescription drug violation as a misdemeanor. Dangerous drugs and failure, strike that. Deadly weapon and failure to admit, a class 1 misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. Miss, I'm going to change something here. Hold on, sir. You promised me as one military man to another you'll show up and take care of this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to release you on both matters. The first matter, let me get back to it. Your hearing is, I've appointed you an attorney. Your hearing's on the 9th, downtown Phoenix. Show up, you'll meet your attorney, and also you'll be out of here in 6 hours. The second one, sir, is a probation violation matter. Same attorney, different hearing date, the 2nd. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. It's downtown Phoenix. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours, so about 2 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you call your PO. I know it's in the middle of the night, but follow his rules or her rules and my rules. You're giving the next judge on the 2nd 2 good reasons to not lock you up and put you in prison. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Lord.
And I'm only letting you out because you're a ranger.
Appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
I need you to sign that.
You're so picky. There you go. Miss, tell me your name, please.
Latoya Faith Winans, 52999.
Thank you for the additional information. Miss, this is a failure to appear bench warrant from a judge I know real well. It's a narcotic drug case and drug paraphernalia case, class 4 and class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. That judge wants a $2,500 bond. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Miss Yazzie, Chelsea? Miss Yazzie? Miss Yazzie, I apologize. I couldn't take care of this 3 hours ago. There was a snafu. It's all my fault, so accept my apologies for dragging you back here again and not getting you processed out. This is a warrant for your arrest out of Gila County. I cannot appoint attorneys in Gila County. It's for a class 6 felony, resisting arrest. You're going to meet the Gila County judge on the 29th. The Gila County judge wants $250 bond, which is kind of irrelevant compared to the last bond we just did. So just wait, go see your judge, and then each time you see a judge, that judge in Gila can change his, the judge in Maricopa can change theirs. I wish you the best of luck, miss.
Thank you.
Good luck. Christian, come on up, Christian. Your hat, sir, please. Thank you, sir. And Mr. Buckley's after Christian. Tell me your full name, sir.
Christian Ray Ferruti.
Sir, this is a dangerous drug case as a Class 4 felony, narcotic drug case as a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia case as a Class 6 felony, and prescription drug violation, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You've got 2 hearings coming up, the 9th and the 12th. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. We also have a drug diversion program if you're interested. Talk to your attorney about that. Good luck, sir, if you're interested. Mr. Buckley. Officers, any chance I can have the courtroom cleared to do Mr. Buckley's? Thank you, officers. Thank you, officers. Court's leaving the bench. The last one's out, doors closed. Thank you, officers. Mr. Buckley, tell me your full name, sir.
Kari Buckley.
Mr. Buckley, one of your charges is a charge that we worry about a lot. Anytime we say sex offender in open court, if other people hear it, that tends to cause problems with the general population. Problems means people get hurt. We try to avoid that always. So it's really important that with your petition, just don't show the paperwork to anyone. Don't talk to anyone about it except your attorney, just for your own safety and also the safety of this institution. Mr. Buckley, this is a burglary in the 2nd degree, Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony, taking contraband into a correctional facility, a Class 4 felony, stalking, a Class 5 felony, aggravated assault as a Class 6 felony, failure to change address and name and notify the sex offender registration people, a Class 6 felony, and also 2 counts of disobeying a mandate of a court. That means violating a restraining order. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 2nd and the 4th, both of them downtown Phoenix. Your bond is $15,000, and should you make bond, you'll have electronic monitoring and ankle bracelet. I wish you the best of luck. The next judge can change all of this. Good luck, sir. The next 3 are behavioral issues. Number 10, Alexander, again, a behavioral issue. Ag assault with a weapon, dangerous instrument, Class 2 felony, disorderly conduct, Class 6 felony, threatening and intimidating, Class 6 felony. I've appointed him an attorney. His next hearing date is on the 2nd day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $25,000. Gregory, number 3, mitting is unlawful use of means of transportation, a Class 5 felony, criminal damage, a misdemeanor, abuse of vernetad objects. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but basically it means destroying something that has value. In this case, it was a flag, the United States flag. I've appointed an attorney. Next hearing date is on the 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $1,000. And number 6, Mavs, I'm not sure how to pronounce Mavs' last name, is assault on a correctional employee, Class 4 felony. I've appointed him an attorney. His next hearing is on the 2nd day of June. A bond is set at $500. Did I miss anything, boss lady? All right. Officer, whatever you told them, thank you.
Okay. Then I'll start. This is the 25th of May and the sorry, let me just start over. This is the 11 p.m. initial appearance calendar for the May 25, 2025 date. The court orders for the taking of the DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Tony Mendoza, please come to the podium. And Tony Romero, please sit at the chair at the open doors. And are there any victims on, like, anybody appearing publicly? Okay.
Hello, Your Honor. I hope you had a good day.
Oh, thank you so much. And could you please state your full name?
Tony Sammy Robles Mendoza.
All right, and your date of birth?
12/30/1998.
All right, sir, you are being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of disorderly conduct as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June the 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. And that would be at downtown Phoenix at 175 West Madison Street. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. If you are able to make bond, you are then to be supervised by pretrial services, and you're to have electronic monitoring to be put on you before you are released from jail, and a curfew to be determined by pretrial services. Okay? And you're also not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim. You're also not to contact any alleged complainant or witness. Okay, and then there are other release conditions that are on your paperwork. Okay? Be sure to review those. You immediately just make sure that you show up for court. In fact, let me just let everybody know. On your paperwork, there are going to be written conditions. Be sure to follow all of them. I am going to be noting some of them for you in court, but you need to be responsible for all of the written release conditions, okay? Okay, just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Thank you. Tony Romero, please go to the podium. Gary Lane, please go to the chair. Hello, and can you please state your name?
Tony Romero.
All right, and your middle initial is E?
E, yes.
And your date of birth?
12/4/71.
All right, now you are being charged with 1 count of possessing a weapon by prohibited person as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of discharging a firearm in city limits as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of assault causing fear of physical injury as a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find that there's probable cause for these charges, and I'm appointing the Maricopa County Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have court in the downtown Phoenix. You have a status conference set on June 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Also, do not initiate contact with any alleged victim or victims. Do not have physical contact with any alleged victim. One thing yours is you're not to go to your neighbor's residence. I don't want you to go back. Since you don't live with him, you are able to go back to your home, which I know was also a possibility of like where the incident happened. So you're able to go back to your home, but you are not to go back. You are not to go to his house. Okay?
Okay.
If you're able to make bond. All right? Okay. So you just may go to your left. Gary Lane, please come to the podium. Jennifer Newkirk, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name?
Gary Lane. Gary Michael Lane.
And your date of birth?
11/18/60.
All right, and you are being charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as a Class 4 felony, 4 counts of endangerment as a Class 6 felony, and 4 counts of carrying a weapon within the commission of a felony as a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for these charges. I am appointing Maricopa County Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Phoenix. And I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Same situation, do not contact the victims or complainants or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, and just make sure you show up for court. Okay?
Can I get released?
You have a bond.
Okay.
So if you can make bond, and you have the right, you can use a bonding company, you can make bond.
Okay.
So it's a secured appearance bond. It's not a cash only. So, you can work with a bonding company. If you can make bond, you can get out. You can, just make sure that you follow your written release conditions.
How do we contact these bonds?
The detention officers can help you. Because there's different phones out in the lobby area.
To contact bond companies?
Yes, because it's like generally where it's like about 10%, you have to have collateral, and you have to pay, you have to pay them, like generally about 10%, and you have to have collateral for the full amount. That tends to be what you need to be able to bond out. But obviously, bonding companies, they're private, they're private companies, so they do what they want to do. They can charge what they want to charge. Okay? But if you go to your left, look at your paperwork. If you can't bond out, they will transport you.
Is there any way
if you can't bond out, the jail will transport you to court.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Is there any way I could get my phone? That's the only way I know any numbers.
I do not know. I think that it's where it's really if you know your.
I don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to
my
talk
memory's
to
a little.
I understand. It's hard for me to remember the numbers as well. But you'll have to talk to the detention officers. I do believe you'll have to check with the bond. Like I know to be able to bond out, they have the bonding numbers just on the thing.
Okay.
To get your numbers, I don't know exactly how that would work. But right now you have your paperwork.
Yeah, because they that's why they brought my phone with me.
I don't think they can give you your phone until you bond out.
Okay.
Okay. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Jennifer Newkirk, please come to the podium. Jose Rivera, go to the chair. Hello, could you please state your full name?
Jennifer Newkirk.
And your middle name is Beth?
Yes.
Your date of birth?
March 12, 1973.
All right, now you have a warrant out of Yavapai County Superior Court, and that is for one count of a DUI as a misdemeanor and one count of drug paraphernalia, charge tells as a felony or a misdemeanor. But it's in Superior Court, so.
I've been sick. I had cancer, and so that's why I haven't been in court. I couldn't make it there. I was sick.
All right. Well, at this moment, I have that I'm not appointing counsel because it's a different jurisdiction. And you have an arraignment set on May 29th at 8:30 a.m. I am affirming the warrant, which is a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. So if you just go to your left, you'll get that paperwork.
So there's nothing I can do. I have no recourse or.
Well, you have a bond. If you make bond, you can be released. $25,000.
5% of that?
And it's 10% is my understanding.
Okay.
10% collateral for the full amount.
So $1,500.
Well, it's $25,000, so that'd be like $2,500 to pay, and then $25,000 of collateral. But that's unless they have to change things. Depends on different bonding companies. They might do different things differently. Jose Rivera the third, I believe, is what it would be. And Joshua Sanchez, please go to the podium. Go to the chair. Okay, and could you please state your name?
Jose Rivera?
And your middle name is Flor?
Yes.
And I believe you're a third?
Yes.
Your date of birth?
2/10/88.
All right. And you also have an out-of-county warrant, and this is out of Pima County Superior Court. I'm not going to state what it's for, unless you want me to. Actually, I should have put this all the way down to the bottom. You have a, I'm not going to appoint you counsel because it is out of a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on May 29th at 8:30 a.m. You have a security appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Oh, actually, they didn't, yeah. I said it in the amount of $5,000. It's basically, it didn't state an amount.
500?
It didn't actually state that either. It's just, but, I think it would be best to hold you to the end, because it is actually best for me to go through the entire thing.
All right.
Yeah. All right, if we can take Joshua Sanchez to the podium, Melissa Moreno. Yeah, can you fix that? Can you just move it down for me? And so, Joshua, can you please state your full name?
Joshua Sanchez.
All right, and your date of, and your middle name is Plath?
Yeah.
And your date of birth?
August 5th, 2002.
Thank you, and you have a warrant that stemmed from the grand jury. It is one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a dangerous instrument as a class 3 felony. Since the grand jury found probable cause, I do not need to. They found it. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have an arraignment set on May 30th at 8:30 a.m. downtown. Superior downtown, like I said, actually it's the South Tower. You have a secured appearance bond. I'm just affirming their warrant, which is for $3,500. This involves victims, so do not initiate contact or have any contact with the victims or complainant or witnesses.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, I got arrested for this, correct? And they put me on ankle, and then my PO called me when I was supposed to go to the court date that my case got dropped. So, okay. What I was confused with, I was never told I had a warrant or I had to go back to court. That's what I never got told anything. Okay.
Well, at this moment, I understand. But there is a warrant out, and so at this moment, I'm just affirming the warrant. So, of course, if you can, bond out, then you can just, then you can bond out, and then just follow the written release conditions. But, if you can't, then they'll transport you.
No, what was the last time just the state or Fed?
They can't. What happens is that when you have felony charges, they can dismiss charges without prejudice, and then they can always refile.
Oh, so that's just what happened?
That's most like, I don't know. I didn't do a whole history on you, but I just know that that's what can happen on felonies.
Okay.
Okay. And also, you have I did appoint counsel to represent you. So, you can always ask your attorney exactly how that works out.
Yeah, I'm going to do that because...
Definitely. But I would just state that happens all the time. You're welcome. Melissa Moreno, please come to the podium. Piper Lertique, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hello.
And can you please state your full name?
Melissa Patricia Moreno.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
1986.
Yes, and you have a warrant out of the Pima Consolidated Justice Court. It is for one count of shoplifting as a class 1 misdemeanor, one count of a written promise to appear as a class 2 misdemeanor, and one count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree. I cannot appoint counsel out of a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on May 29th at 8:30 a.m., and your bond amount in that court is $500 as a secured appearance bond.
So it's $500 to get out?
$500,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And when can I post it? Can I post that on the...
Yeah, if you post it, you'll be able to get out.
Okay. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Piper Lertique, please come to the podium. George Ashton, please go to the chair. Hello, Piper.
Hi, how are you?
Could you please state your full name?
Piper Rochelle Lerticue.
Oh, I'm sorry for mispronouncing it.
No, it's fine. Well, it's Lertique or Lerticue, however you...
Well, it's your name, so you get to say decide how you want to pronounce. All right, but I just will let you pronounce it. Okay, so you have two cases before me today, and your date of birth is?
1/4/1985.
And that is the same name and date of birth on both cases. You have warrants out of both courts are out of Gila County Superior Court. On the calendar, they're number 14 and 15 on the calendar. On number 14, I will go first. It is for one count of possession of drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I cannot appoint counsel out of a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on May 29th at 8:30, and that is in the amount, and the bond is in the amount of $500. On the case number 15 on our calendar, it is for one count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, one count of possessing drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. And again, I cannot appoint counsel in a different jurisdiction. You have the arraignment at the same date and time as the other case, which is May 29th at 8:30, and the bond is the same amount, $500. Okay?
So I have to have 1,000?
It's 1,000 for both.
For both, and so will I be transferred to the jail down here if I can't make the bail, or?
No, you would be transferred to Globe.
To when, tonight, or?
Well, no, they would be picking you up. So I'm not exactly sure exactly when they'll be doing so, but they have some time to do so. So even though we say arraignment on May 29th, they can. I think. I'm not exactly sure how much time they have. I think they have about 10 days.
Okay. So if before that, if
I know the arraignment specifically says May 29th, but
I have a job and stuff, and so.
Well, if you can bond out, then you can definitely get out.
Okay.
And then just show up for court.
Yes, ma'am. Am I allowed to use the phone right now, or?
Just talk to the detention officers, and they will work with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? It's good to hear that. Thank you. George Ashton, please go to the podium. Juan Valdez, please go to the chair. Hello. Can you please state your full name?
George Thomas Ashton,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
May 27, 1973.
Thank you. You have a new case for a justice court case, and that is for one count of reckless driving as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I cannot appoint counsel in a justice court.
I do have my own lawyer.
Oh,
so,
great. Well, then,
yeah,
that works out just fine.
Yes.
And you have an arraignment set on June 12th at 9 a.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear, so show up for court.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad you have your own counsel. That sounds great.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Juan Valdez, please come to the podium. Luis Castro, please go to the chair. Thank you. Can you please state your full name?
Good evening, Your Honor. Juan Valdez.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
10/13/1999.
All right. And you have a new case for Surprise Municipal Court. It is one count of threatening or intimidating with injury or damaged property, Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct, fighting, Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I cannot appoint counsel in a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on June 24th at 1:30 p.m., and I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. However, this does involve victims, so you are not to initiate any contact with any alleged victim or victims or complainant or witness. So just be sure to show up for court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Luis Castro, please show up. Please come to the podium. Please show up right here, right now at the podium. And Francisco Espinoza, please go to the chair. Or to the SIA. Yes. I had your picture in front of me. Okay,
Yes.
please state your full name.
Luis Alberto Castro,
Thank you, and your date of birth.
November 26, 1997.
Thank you, and you have a case for Justice Court, for North Mesa Justice Court. You are being charged with 3 counts of disorderly conduct and 2 counts of threatening or intimidating. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. Again, if you've ever been hearing me, different jurisdiction, I cannot appoint counsel to represent you. You have an arraignment set on June 12th at 1 p.m., and I will be releasing you on your own recognizance, so that you promise to appear for court. However, there are victims involved, so I am saying for you not to initiate contact or have any physical contact with the alleged victims or complainants. Also, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime.
Who's the victim?
The victim, let me just double check with what I have here. Summary. Form 4. There was a bus stop.
Yeah.
So basically, it sounds to me like, I don't think you do know these people, but if you were...
I'm from Los Angeles. I just came to...
Okay, then most likely you're not going to be having any contact with these people,
Yeah.
but let's say that you somehow like, oh, I know that person. I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Okay, well, just basically don't,
Yeah, fair. Where's the court date you said?
Right now, the court date is June 12th at 1 p.m.
Okay.
So you do need to show up for court, or you need to make sure that the court will, work with you to be able to appear telephonically or appear through
Zoom
counsel.
or something?
You need to hire counsel. You need to do something to make sure that you do not just fail to appear. Okay?
June 1st, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll have the paperwork there, so it'll show you exactly
are designed to help those under supervision
what your court date is,
address
okay?
and overcome challenges they are presented with. So they may lead
Francisco
to
Espinoza
successful
Mangoa,
crime-free
please come to
lives
the podium.
and permanently exit the justice system.
Yes.
The Maricopa County Juvenile Probation Department.
Hello?
Ah, okay. They're like, we don't want to do this. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, I don't have my stamp with me though. Okay, that'd be great. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, interpreter, can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Jael. I'll go ahead and spell it out. Y is in yellow, A is in Adam, E is in Echo, L is in Lima, initial of the last name H as in Henry, interpreter ID number 39909.
Thank you, and we appreciate you interpreting for us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Because we have the interpreter, I'm going to do that first. Thanks. And, sir, you have two cases before me today.
Señor, el día de hoy usted tiene dos casos enfrente de mí.
Number 7 and number 8 on the calendar.
Número 7 y número 8 en el calendario.
Can you please state your name?
¿Puede declarar su nombre, por favor?
Francisco M. Espinosa Munguía.
Francisco M. Espinosa Munguía.
And I do have that name for both cases.
Y tengo ese nombre para ambos casos.
And your date of birth?
Fecha de nacimiento.
6/28 de 1983.
6/28/1983.
And I do have that date of birth for both cases as well.
Okay, igualmente tengo esta fecha de nacimiento para ambos casos.
On number 7 on the docket, it is a new case.
El número 7, señor, aquí en el expediente es un caso nuevo.
You are being charged with aggravated assault as a new case.
El número 7, señor, aquí en el expediente es un caso nuevo.
You are being charged with aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony.
Usted tiene un cargo de agresión, señor, lesiones agresivas. Esto es un crimen mayor o felonía.
I do find probable cause for the charges.
Para estos cargos estamos encontrando causa probable.
I am appointing an attorney to represent you.
Okay, le estamos asignando un abogado para poder representarlo.
You have a status conference set on June 2nd at 8:30 a.m.
Usted tiene una conferencia de estatus para la fecha de junio 2 a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And a preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m.
El caso preliminario, junio 4 a las 8:30 de la mañana.
The hearings are set at Downtown Superior Court in Phoenix.
Ok, entonces estas audiencias, señor, serán en los tribunales superiores en el centro de Phoenix.
175 West Madison Street.
En la 175 al oeste de la Madison.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000.
Ok, y se le estará imponiendo, señor, se le estará imponiendo a usted, señor, una fianza segura de $75,000.
You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime.
No puede regresar a la escena del crimen.
You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victims.
No puede iniciar ningún tipo de contacto con la víctima.
Or witnesses.
O los testigos.
And you're not to have contact with the alleged victim at all.
No puede tener ningún tipo de contacto con la víctima, para nada.
Whether you are in custody or not.
Aunque esté bajo custodia o no.
I'm going on to the next case.
Siguiente caso. Can I say something?
Yes.
Adelante.
La muchacha que es mi novia, ella me golpeó aquí, pero ahí no dice nada de eso.
The girl, she hit me, but it doesn't say anything right there.
Okay, it is best for you not to talk about the facts of the case.
Señor, la mejor cosa sería no hablar de ningún tipo de hechos sobre el caso.
I have appointed counsel to represent you.
Como le estábamos diciendo, ya le hemos asignado a consejería o abogados para que lo puedan representar.
Whatever you say is being recorded.
Cualquier cosa que usted diga, señor, está siendo grabada.
And can be used against you later.
Y puede ser utilizada en su contra después.
So right now it's best just not to talk about it.
Así es que ahorita, la verdad, la mejor cosa sería no hablar de esto.
Going on to the next case.
Vamos a seguir con el siguiente caso.
This is a warrant out of family court.
Esta es una orden de detención, señor, de los tribunales familiares.
It is a child support arrest warrant.
Esto es por manutención infantil.
You have a return hearing set for May 30th at 10 a.m.
Usted tiene que regresar a los tribunales para la fecha de mayo 30 a las 10 de la mañana.
In downtown Superior Court.
En la Corte Superior del Centro.
You have a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,350.
Usted tiene una, igualmente, señor, tiene una fianza en efectivo solamente de $1,350.
I'm affirming the family court's bond.
Y estamos afirmando la fianza de los tribunales de los tribunales familiares.
Okay. So if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
Pase a la izquierda para que le puedan dar su documentación, señor.
And thank you very much, interpreter.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll go ahead and disconnect. Have a great night. Once again, my name is Yayo, interpreter 39909, disconnecting. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Please rate the...
Okay, then, yes. If we could take Jose next, and then just, I don't think there's going to be anybody else out there. Yeah. Yeah, I just want him at the podium. Hello. Sorry to bring you all the way down, but I just felt I'm supposed to tell you what the charges are. I think you know what they are, but I didn't want everyone else to hear what they were. So I felt that it was appropriate to just make sure that they were gone. So we already went over your name, your date of birth. You know that it's a warrant out of Pima County Superior Court. The charges are for one count of failing to register as a sex offender, for one count as a Class 4 felony, and one count as a failing to register as a sex offender as a Class 6 felony. As I stated, I cannot appoint counsel in a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on May 29th at 8:30 a.m., and I decided that to set it as a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. The bond, I couldn't see a spot where they already set a bond amount, and so I determined that I thought that $5,000 would be appropriate. So just show up for court. If you can make bond, obviously you can just then appear. You can just appear. If you don't, then they should transport you. when you do go there, they can always modify your bond amount.
All right.
If if they wish to do so.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Although sometimes they can actually bond and they can actually make it worse. So I wish you well.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Let me go to the house, I forgot. Let me do the search warrants real quick first. And then I'll put the house calls on the record and then I'll go do them. But, okay. That is a collision. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Good. The affidavit David signed. Hello, this is Commissioner Hunt with Initial Appearance Court. I'm reviewing your search warrant. I'm just making sure that you signed the affidavit. I don't see it. Let me see. Okay, I need to make sure that the affidavit is signed. So, yeah. I know. I know that actually I did that earlier. I actually granted it, and then I realized, ooh, I can't. I need you can actually just send that one page, and then I can swear you in again. Because I realized that I swore the person in earlier. I need to make sure that yeah. So, no, absolutely. That's not a problem. Oh, you know what? Why don't we go with yours? Oh, I'm sorry. Say what you were saying. I stepped on your sentence. That was not good. Yeah. Well, I would say that you can hold on to it, but yeah, it's not, yeah. Well, yeah, as soon as you get, if you want to hold on, just as soon as you sign it, your affidavit right now, then I will, okay, you already did it? Okay, then I will swear you in right now. So, do you swear or affirm that the information provided in your affidavit and warrant is true and accurate to the best of your personal knowledge, information, and belief? Okay, then I'm going to grant it, what is the time? 11:37, so what time is that by military time? 23:37, okay, I shall do it as 23:37, okay? Just send over that one page, okay. All right, bye-bye. affidavit. Where is it? Okay, do you want to take this back? I think she gave me it. I thought she may have given me a paperclip, but I don't see it.
That's all right.
Okay, and then I don't know if you overheard, the officer is sending, he didn't sign an affidavit.
Okay.
So he's sending the affidavit. So he already told me that he's signing it right then and there, so
Okay.
I'm going off that.
Are you gonna call the house?
Uh-huh. Oh, the house calls, yes, I'm sorry, yes, I will put the house calls on the record right now. Are we still on the record? Okay. For number one is Arlie Oliva, date of birth, September 23rd, 2006. He is being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a Class 5 felony, one count of resisting arrest using physical force as a Class 6 felony, one count of criminal damage as a Class 1 misdemeanor, one count of disorderly conduct using noise as a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of refusing to give a true name as a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent this person. A status conference is set on June 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. On number 5, it is the person's name is Bernardino Ricino. Date of birth August 14th, 1988. It is a new case. Person being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony and one count of criminal damage as a defacing Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges, and I am appointing counsel to represent them. Status conference set on June 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000 and have no contact with the alleged victims or witnesses. Okay. And there. If there are the reasons why they were not